Alright guys, in this next video we're going to quickly recap what we've covered already with the content browser, just as a bit of a refresh for you guys. So, to open up the content browser, it's simply this button right at the top of the screen here. That's going to open up the content browser for you. Alternatively, you can close that down. If you hold Shift, Control and F, that will also open up the content browser. A bit of a keyboard shortcut. To be honest, I tend to just use the button, but it's up to you. Alright, just going to maximize the screen and we're going to have a quick look through. So, as we mentioned in the session, the content browser is broken up into a series of different packages. And you can think of these packages as subfolders that exist within the content browser that hold very specific assets. So say for example I do click on this particular folder, or package I should say, right here. This particular package just has these particular assets in it. So we've got this static mesh, this material which applies to the static mesh, and these 4 texture samples which make up the material that is applied to the static mesh. So if you are in one of these particular packages, this does mean that we are localized to that package. If you want to get back to the entire content browser, just come up to the top left hand corner here and click the All Assets button. That's going to take you back to the content browser's default starting point. Alright, okay, we're going to have a quick look at the filtering system up the top here. We're just going to have a look at these two drop downs here, or these two tabs right here. So to start with, we've got object type, and these are the different types of object that exist within the content browser. The first tab is favorites. Okay, if you have a look at the next tab along, that's actually all types. So this has got all the different types of file right here. Your favorites is basically a list of things that you're going to use most frequently. Now you can add new things to the favorites list if you want to. So if we come over to all types, and I'll just have a look at let's see, we haven't got animation trees in our favorites list. We've got animation sets but not animation trees. So if I go over to all types and I simply right click on animation trees, I can add to favorites, come over to the favorites tab again, and now we can see we've got animation trees there. If I wanted to remove that, or any of these for that matter, I can right click on there and remove from favorites, and it's now gone from the favorites list. So we're going to have a quick look at this tab over here, which is tags. Tags basically work like another way to filter down exactly what it is that you're looking for. Say for example I was looking for some, well, we'll go for some building assets, shall we? So if I'm looking for a static mesh, right, a 3D model, and we want to look for building static meshes, anything that's got the tag of building on it, we can now click on there and we can search through, and all of these different static meshes have got the tag of building assets on them. So it's quite a nice way to gradually filter down exactly what it is that you're looking for. On top of that as well, say for example we are looking for a very specific static mesh, and we don't just want to look at tags, we want to find something very, very specific. I'm just going to get rid of the building tag at the minute, which automatically goes back to all tags, and we're going to use the search bar at the top. So say for example I was looking for a barrel. No game would be complete without a barrel. I can simply go to the search bar at the top here and I can start typing in the word barrel, and that's going to find every single static mesh that's got the word barrel attached to it. And to get that into my level, I can quite simply click on it, highlight it, drag it and drop it, and I've got a barrel in my scene. Barrel. Alright, very good. Likewise again, I can search for anything in here, so I can just type in the word wall. That's going to filter out everything that hasn't got the word wall attached to it. These wall lights have got the word wall in it, so it's not as if the content browser's made a mistake there. So if I did want to grab a wall, I can simply click, drag, drop it in. There we go. I've got a wall in my level as well as my barrel. Fantastic. Marvelous. Alright, that's pretty much it for the content browser. Oh, I should say, if you do want to clear your search terms, if you want to get rid of all this stuff, say you've clicked a few things right there and you've got a search term up here and you want to clear all this and you want to go back to default, we're just going to press the clear button up in the top right hand corner. Whenever you add any kind of search term at all, whether you've clicked any of these buttons right here, or if you started typing something into the search bar, you'll notice that it does go red. So that does indicate that you've got some kind of search term going on here. So if you do, you can simply press clear, it goes back to grey. You can click the all assets to make sure that you're not in any particular package and therefore not localized to it, and you can go back to the default content browser. Alright, that's going to wrap things up for this one, guys. I hope it's useful. I'll see you next time.